That's why you're never on anymore. Too big time, mate.
Welcome to the Emirates.
All right, guys.
It's Mark Wilson. Yeah, he's on the telly and everything these days. He's famous.
Not allowed to talk to. Oh, sorry. You're not supposed to mention. No.
Are you off to Penrith?
Penrith.
Are you putting the bids in?
Sadly, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh.
No, it'll be Wigan and a TV truck, hopefully.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, it is. You enjoying your World Cup?
It's been okay. Seen too much. How are you?
All right, how are you?
Just this bloke on the wheelchair is commentating. He hasn't. Very distinguished accent. I love it.
Come on.
I was interviewing on Zoom yesterday Tom Halliwell and Tom Coyd. Down there, you can't see it.
Tom Coyd, the coolest coach in rugby.
I was tempted to say to him, can you not just lob one over on? Because you mentioned it in commentary the other day, because you waved at the camera. It was great. Yeah. Because your commentary position, if you've not seen it, is right next to the bloody pitch.
You're basically subbed on, aren't you?
You described it being like on the wrestling, It was brilliant.
I don't know if you saw it the other week, they kicked the ball, and you know when you're talking, and all of a sudden the ball's flying up, I had to stand up and punch it. I got the biggest cheer of the day.
Kyle Amor didn't catch the ball when it came
No,
up.
I didn't. You see, this is it, you see. The only good thing about that position at pitch side is I'm not on a gantry like I am in the Championship. When you get Kev Brown and Leon diving out of the way not to catch the ball. This is what you have to deal with. People don't see that.
I think they say the only good thing about Kyle Amor is he's still got a Josh Adokar shirt last night.
I'm just saying this. What a guy! He's got a testimonial coming up. He got Josh Adokar. I think he got Jesse Bromwich's shirt as well.
I've seen it on eBay this morning.
Is it on eBay already? Not daft.
1,000 quid.
You know what? Here's one for you. He was on the telly the other day. He didn't have a poppy, so I lent him my poppy, and he never gave me it back. Do you think I should ask for Josh Adokar's shirt in return?
Fair deal.
Fair deal.
Remembrance Day.
He'd have got hammered, wouldn't he? He'd have been on the telly with no poppy on.
Your other TV colleague, Danny Caprin, who I saw the other day, so she actually still speaks to me, which is amazing.
What do you mean?
No,
so you're not falling out with her like falling out with Mark? All right.
You know, I'm not eating my pie and mash for this.
Show the punters your lovely. What's the spread?
If I can. It's all right, that, isn't it? There you go. A bit of pie and mash. Look at that. That's what athletes eat.
She wants Latrell Mitchell's shirt, and I said, "Well, you're on the telly now. Just ask." You're famous.
I know you're allowed to do that. Well, no, is that not frowned?
Yeah, but Kyle Amor did. Yes, he was on the telly. She's next.
He might know.
Well, next pro.
I'd say it's the front rows union, but Adokar's not a front row.
Oh, he wears number 9, so he is.
He's forward.
I wanted a Cook Island shirt. I can't go in and ask, can I have one of the shirts? Just to beat me up. You see it?
You don't know.
Who's going to win today?
It's going to be tighter than people think. 12 start, Samoa.
I've tipped England by 12, so that's quite good. I've got the handicap tie there.
I hope England score. I hope they do what they did last week, because I think if they don't, I think this could get a bit nervy today.
See, they've blown every team off the park quite early, haven't they? Every game.
That's what I mean. And if they don't do it today, there'll be shades of, was it 2013? New Zealand?
Oh, you mentioned it. Kevin Sinfield's going to come out and kick in the arse.
Is he? Oh.
He's run a marathon just to
He's run down from Scotland just to do it. Man, he could do as well.
Yeah, he could do it.
Good luck to him, by the way.
Were you there? Were you there?
No, I wasn't. No,
I was in the crowd.
Were,
yeah, I've never. Of course you were there, because I got train tickets from you. I've never, ever been in a crowd which has gone from absolute elation to silence within seconds. It was surreal.
What do you mean?
Anyway, when England win today,
would you put John Davidson to the wagon?
Are we going to say what we're doing with him? Are we allowed to speak to him or not? Are we going to do a Matt Parrish and refuse to speak
Depends
to him?
if we need him for a podcast.
Best thing would be an England or Samoa World Cup win next weekend. It's a fact.
Yeah.
We need some new stories, some new wins.
You got your pie, because
Thank you.
I won't pretend not to speak to each other now.
I've never not spoken.
And it's the people on the internet. They make up these stories. I don't know.
All right.
Well done on your successful media career, and I'll see.
Hey, you could all end tomorrow.
You can down and watch this.
Before I've eaten this pie.
Don't do a David Williams. Just be,
I'm not even going to ask.
Don't ask.
Just got your pie.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
There we go. Technology.
It's off the telly. That's the most reviews we've had from all these live things. We're at the Emirates. It says there, look, 4020 live at the Emirates, because we are in, I'd say the bowels of the stadium, but this is
fancy, isn't it?
Look at
it's
that.
Nice.
Desk after desk after desk.
There's old newspaper articles and framed pictures on the wall.
Did Ross write those?
Ross wishes he wrote
From the
those.
Sunday Pictorial.
From all these papers that don't exist anymore.
Which will be
the
all
Highbury Gazette. intro. Yeah.
And Brentford, just to prove a life, have taken a lead against Man City in the Premier League, which of course finishes today. It's the end of the football season.
I mean, yesterday at Ellen Road last night, celeb spotting, Craig Bellamy, George Ford, son of Mike.
Yeah. Former Wakefield legend Mike.
Today, Mark Flanagan, Julie Burgess, the mother of the Burgessoid. Who else?
Mark Wilson.
Mark Wilson, yeah. I also saw the son of Ian Lenigan, so, you know, I'm a big name.
He listens to the podcast.
He's a big fan.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, Simon. Good guy.
Yeah.
Who else will... Well, have you seen anyone else? No. I mean, Phil Kaplan, obviously.
Yeah, just like the usual media people. But then it's disappointing. Gemma Carter.
Boo.
Lee Carter.
Boo.
No, I've not said hello to Gary. We're here at the Emirates, which I've not been. Have you been to the stadium bit yet? Oh, you've been here before, though, haven't you?
Yeah, but I was drunk, so I don't really remember it. I think Arsenal beat Wigan. That was a long time. Athletic.
Not
Careful. Yeah, Arsenal were playing Wigan Warriors in Premier League football.
one of these hybrid games. And it's semi-final day.
It's fancy. And the weather is beautiful.
Well, I was speaking to a
Great
Wakefield
conditions.
fans outside the ground, and we think this is what the new stand's going to look like when they finish building, because we don't know what it's actually going to look like. We've only
It's
seen
going to have
artists'
plastic
impressions.
chairs.
Couldn't nick a few of these chairs from here.
These chairs are too
I
nice
think
for
I was
Wakefield.
thinking about nicking the Arsenal badge off
These
the
are
wall.
good
We
for
could
your
put that up
back.
there. Yeah, these are good. You know, this is what the new Wakefield stand's going to look like. I think the Wakefield stand would fit in this room. It's absolutely huge. The facilities here are wonderful. And hopefully we get a wonderful game of rugby. Last night, you were there.
I was.
I watched it on the telly. Amazing game. Whether it's the best of all time or not is irrelevant, because
I don't think
you
it
can't
was.
compare anyway, can you?
I don't think necessarily it was the best game of this World Cup, but it was a very, very good game, high quality, intensity. I thought New Zealand were going to win it early in the second half. They just kind of ran out of puff. Australia kind of do what Australia do in those big games. Sorry to say, Rich.
That's what they do.
That's just fact. Yeah.
The only thing we've got at the moment is the wheelchair team aren't quite up to speed. But when you finally get the hang of wheelchair rugby, we're just all screwed out, because that'll be it then. Women's wheelchair.
not necessarily.
We've got the PDRL at the minute, but
Not necessarily. I think New Zealand showed the Kangaroos are definitely beatable. I think they have bridged the gap. They may not have won last night, but on another day they would have won that game. So yeah, I think it sets up for whoever gets through today. I think it will be England, but it could be Samoa. It'll be a great final.
I mean, what we're doing is whoever goes through will get the support next week at Old Trafford. That was one of the hilarious things last night, was every decision that was a no try on the video screen getting absolutely booed.
I thought we were in
by the Leeds
downtown
audience.
Christchurch. It was,
Well, I never knew there's so many Kiwis in Leeds.
black shirts everywhere.
Yeah. But no, it
So-
was great. It came across well on the telly. 28,000 good attendance for a
Yeah.
semi between two non.
Would have liked to have seen more.
Yeah.
You know, I think what was the Challenge Cup semi-final, about
Oh,
27, 28, same ground.
yeah, and that. I guess you've got. I know the women's final was there as well, but you've got 4 Super League teams there, haven't you?
Still.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So it could have been. Yeah. Again, pricing. It's the same things.
I want to pose the unthinkable. What happens if Samoa? Sorry to mention, if it's hypothetical. If Samoa win today,
Yeah.
who does everyone go for? Obviously Samoa,
That was spot Samoa, yeah.
even though they've beaten England.
Like yesterday, who's everyone's spot in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Even though, because then if New Zealand win, then the attitude would have been, oh, England, we're going to win this, aren't we? This is it now, shooing, and then we lose in the finals. And it's kind of like that same thing today, isn't it? Samoa beat
a
Tonga.
lot of
We
news.
expected to play Tonga. That was how the draw panned out. We thought that would be the game.
2017 rerun.
Rematch of that. We all like Tonga, we all like Christian Wolf, but it hasn't turned out that way.
Well, not all the other Super League coaches, but
Well,
yeah.
But here we are. It's Matt Parrish.
It's a likeable
A
chap.
divisive figure in rugby league. I
He's well loved
I thought of all the
by Salford
interviews,
fans.
of all the interviews we've done so far at this World Cup, in the 2 launch events we went to, we didn't go to the wheelchair one, but we were there at the men's launch. I was at the women's launch. There was no one quite as
Shit. An
I
answering
was
question.
going to say prickly or
Prickly
not
Parish.
not wanting to be there.
That was my line.
No.
Patreon this week. Prickly Parish has
That-
been a constant theme.
That must be where I've got it from then, haven't I? But even the people who, when I was doing the interviews of the women's, and you had the Brazilians who don't speak English, Well, she speaks a little bit of English.
And I'd like to point out, I didn't mention this to someone on Twitter the other day, they don't speak Brazilian in Brazil, they speak Portuguese.
And the French, who definitely didn't speak English, but
probably not Portuguese either.
they enjoyed. I hope they enjoyed being being at that event, but none of them seem to be wanting to get far away from me as possible as Matt Parrish did in that afternoon. But I mean, you can say that he's there to coach the team. That's his main focus. He's getting the team ready. We're just an annoyance.
Couldn't get them ready for the first game, though, could
Well, no, that's also true.
Yeah.
If they win the World Cup, no one will care what Matt Parrish has done or not said or done to the media. If they lose, then everyone will go off and go,
But I think if you look at what happened before this tournament with a number of players putting a vote of no confidence in Parrish, even though they retain him, if they do win today, if they win next weekend as well, that will be down to the players taking ownership, taking charge, and your Jerome Luais, your Crichtons, your Suwalis.
Lee Radford.
Lee Radford.
You should send Lee Radford to the presser. He's honorary Samoan now, I'm told, by sources close to Lee Radford, but he thinks he's Samoan.
Toko.
So
Toko's.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see what, as Cass would have correctly tweeted, it's Lee Radford versus Andy Last. It's the big battle of the assistant coaches.
Yep.
The ones who send the messages on. Who, I mean, obviously the big drama this week in terms of not just not talking, and then they did talk, didn't they? Or did they?
I think they did. I think they were forced. Gunpoint.
Was the wonderful disciplinary where a player was banned and then not banned, as tends to happen these days.
I mean, I don't really understand how a blatant elbow to the throat of an opponent isn't banned, but hey, what am I to?
Well, especially as having referenced Brazil, Maria Graf got a one-game ban for something in the first game that I can't remember, and had to miss a game. And she didn't elbow anyone in the head or kill it.
That you're aware of?
No, I don't. I can't remember seeing any Brazilians randomly attacking English players and getting away with it.
No.
Disciplinary has been a bit of a secretive thing in this tournament as a whole.
Yes, you only really find out if there's an appeal or where the hearing is taking place. Yeah, it's odd. But today, I think England win, but I think they will be tested. I think it will be tight. I think Samoa will be a million miles better than they were in the first game. I think just the way England's been starting and their forward play.
No one's writing England off now. Obviously, before the first game, we were all writing them off. I did. Why have we picked Chris Hill? Why have we picked George Williams? Why have we picked all these people? And now they're all good. So
I think
Sean Wayne won, Richard Shaw 8-0.
I think the problem is when you say you're picking players on form, but then you're also picking players that are loyal to you and they know will do your job, like George Williams, like Mickey McIlroy. But Sean Wayne's got the key selections right, hasn't he? And they've performed unbelievably. They've probably been the form team of the tournament, which, more credit to them.
Yeah, you see, it was interesting when I think it was James Tedesco on the telly last night was interviewed and said they asked him, was this their first real test? And obviously it was, but he did say we've had tests in all our games, and I thought, come on.
I think there's level of tests.
Can we score 100? No.
There's tests for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. That was a test for 80 minutes. That was a set for set mentality, and yeah, it was a fantastic game.
Let's hope the Poms have a good win and play the mighty Kangaroos in the final, says Weirdo. Well, let's hope so.
Poms with an extra M?
Yeah, I mean, with chips. Is that chips in French? I don't know. Pommes frites.
Needs an E.
The concern is, of course, we win this game today, England. I'm like Robbie Hunter Paul, I'm telling you, it's like we win the game.
Wow,
and then,
that's a low.
I've not spilt anything on me yet. We win the game and then get hammered by Australia next week in the final.
I don't think, regardless of what happens, I don't think England would get hammered in the final.
I'm just negative.
Yeah, I know you are. Should be banned, at least from Lee. I think this is a very competitive England team. Just the way they play, the effort, the 1%ers. They won't die wondering. So whoever wins next week, and we can talk about that next week. Today, I don't think. I think England by 12 points. I think you said the same.
That's what. Yeah, that's where the bookmakers have got the line. So they tend to be really good on the lines. Obviously, that first game accepted, but they tend to get things right. Once you're this deep into a tournament, they tend to get these lines right. So a 12-point win.
I'm excited to see Joseph Suwali again because I think he's only 19. apart from the homophobia, he could be the next Israel Folau. He could be the next Greg Inglis. Obviously, he's not a homophobe, but yeah,
No.
you know what I mean. He is a freak.
He might be
of an
signing for
athlete.
Warrington in about 13 years' time.
25 years time, yeah. He's just a freak of an athlete, and yeah, he could have been playing in the centres for the Kangaroos last night, but he knocked them back, and he'll be at fullback for Samoa.
You're back again.
Excuse me.
He's back.
By the way, I've eaten my tea. Where do I send my invoice?
I think it's getstuffed@gmail.com.
No.
You're on all the telly.
Come on.
You're on all the telly.
TV's Mark Wilson.
Telly, radio.
Oh.
Well, you're on bloody
Like that,
YouTube.
is it, Lyle?
Ah, boo, boo.
The pride of Bradford.
Jack versus Drum. Who'll be the daddy? Says LG.
Yeah, it's a bit of a beat up. This, I mean, you're going to get rival halfbacks, and there's probably a bit of sledging, but Luai definitely does like to stir the pot. I wouldn't say Wellesby is a
He's on the pitch
sledger.
when he goes all rubbing people's hair. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, the head pat. A lot of people do that.
I don't think. Will he try that against the Samoans? I don't know.
I probably wouldn't, but that's just me. I'm soft.
So that's why we're sat here and not out there. I mean, obviously, we've
I
been great
don't.
players.
I don't think Luai's played. I think it was Milford who was much more dominant
Milf.
against Tonga. Milf. He was much more dominant against Tonga. I think Luai's arguably been quite. A lot of people have been saying, unless he's got Nathan Cleary next to him in the Penrith players, he's not much chop, which I think is a bit harsh. But yeah, I don't think he's really so like what he can do. But Samoa, interestingly, I don't exactly know why, but Marty Tapau, Danny Levi, been very good for them out. So I'd say that just weighs more into England being favourites, being at home, being in a better form.
Mum and England was very happy after the game. I tell you, he was so excited. They won an exciting game. It was brilliant to see.
Well,
Now we've seen more international rugby league, which we see all the time. And never happens.
in the post-match press conference, he kept saying how it was a real test. It was the first test. I didn't get a chance to ask that. Is this the first test you've had since the World Cup final 2007? Because I remember after that game, Cameron Smith and Mel Manning coming saying that was a real game. That was international footy at its best. Unfortunately, we don't have to wait 5 years for those games to come around again. So, yeah, we need more games like that. So.
We do. England versus Samoa kicks off 2:30 at the Emirates, so about 90 minutes time, 85 minutes time. And the good thing about this World Cup is everything has been on time, as opposed to in the Super League where every game's off late. Is Newey Brown in the team? No idea, because it hasn't come out yet. Fair to the World Cup semi-final in a couple of years is wild.
I believe New Brown will be starting. I could be wrong, but I think that's
John would
likely.
know.
He'd be in the 17 at least. Yeah.
Team should be out in about half an hour's time. So you'll see every journalist in this press room, which is huge, goes on for miles, will tweet out the picture of the team sheet at the same time, because that's part of. Do you do that, John? Do you tweet out?
Sometimes, I mean,
It's
yeah,
just
I
part
like
of-
to
part of
try
the
and
role.
stay relevant because I'm not very relevant.
Well, when you're on the internet.
On the internet with every other troll and loser.
Tomorrow, wheelchair semi-finals in Sheffield. I think they start at 12.
Monday.
France versus Australia and England versus Wales. Monday.
Ooh.
Australia versus Papua New Guinea.
The Orchids.
The Orchids. And England versus New Zealand. The
Can you see-
Lionesses versus the Kiwi Ferns. Now, we do need to rebrand the England women's team because it's no fault of their own, but Lionesses has been taken by someone more famous.
Leopards.
Leopards. Leopardesses.
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 Beaumonts.
It doesn't have to be something beginning with L.
The Derricks. Oh,
The
that's
Derricks.
probably kind of like negative, isn't it? Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something beginning with L. It could be any letter of the alphabet.
The Rose.
Red Rose is a terrible name, isn't it?
The Hard Bastards.
That would be great.
Let's
I think
set
if
it,
that
trend
was,
it.
if they said this is our official name now, the England Hard Bastards.
Best nickname in rugby league.
Yeah,
And I
it is.
stole it off you.
Well, you must. I
stole it
stole.
off someone else,
I think it's Carrie Roberts. I stole it off, and she's in the army, so I'm certainly not going to steal
Not
it
messing
without.
with her.
Certainly not stealing it without accreditation. Yeah, so that's Monday night in York. We'll be there. We're in Sheffield tomorrow, and keep your eyes on social media afterwards for stuff from the game. We'll probably be late on that, but we're both going for an England win.
And for food now.
And for food now. So adios.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thanks to Mark Wilson, our special guest, for joining us. We remember him when he wasn't famous.